stand for our Year 13.
Away.
Korihi te manu, tāki mai te ata, ka au te tihei muri ora. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā reo rangitira, tēnā koutou. E ngā tauira e noho a muri ake nei, tēnā koutou. E ngā kaiako, ngā kaimahi, me te tumu aki o tēnei kura, tēnā koutou. Ko eke tātou i te tūmata tete. Ko te wai e noho ako tātou ki roto tēnei kura, tuarua o Ormiston. Ko aia, nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Talofa lava I le ni afiafi. I lo tau pa ia ma lo tau mag o le au le o iai. O lo ingoa Johnny Ioani. Whaftai lava I lo tau afio mai, ma tala mai o tau au. Ina ia tātou sapasapai au, ma fia whātasi. Awad tātou whamoemoe, o I uman manuia le ni tau sang. Ia manuia lo tātou whamoemoe le ni afiafi. Whaftai mo le manoa.
मैं नवरीत को अमृतसर सीनियर कॉलेज वालों ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਆਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਇਨਾਮ ਵੰਡ ਸਮਾਗਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਮਾਣੋਗੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ako po ay si Alexis de la Cruz. Salamat po sa pagpapunta niyo dito sa End of the Year Awards Evening ng Ormiston Senior College para sa taong 2019. Maraming salamat po ulit at magandang gabi po.
به نام خدا با عرض سلام و احترام خدمت شما عزیزان من راضی میرزایی هستم تشریف آوری شما عزیزان را در جشن جوایز آخر سال 2019 اورمیستون سینیور کالج خوش آمدید گفتم و امیدوارم از امشب لذت ببرید. تشکر.
सबको नमस्ते मेरा नाम कृष्ण रेड्डी है आप सबका ओर्मिस्टन सीनियर कॉलेज के 2019 प्राइज गिविंग में हार्दिक स्वागत है आज की रात हम अपने दोस्तों के सफलता का जश्न मनाने आए हैं हम आशा करते हैं कि आप सब इस शाम का आनंद लेंगे धन्यवाद
Pakalapalai atu ke matolosi, tuku atu tamanatu hopi ke matolosi. Kai ngā haku ko kaki hele. Pakaue kua whele pehia tau tolo he aho nei, ua awhi hong mahiwa. Pakalapalai atu ke tau takitaki mo uhu whaianga a Ormiston Senior College. Ke tau whanau a anga tokulunga koe tupa anga he lata mo tau whakakoanga. Mai he kamata anga he tau, ke hoko mai, ke whakaosi anga he tau. Pakalapalai atu ke he taumanga whakakua, whakalataha mai he pōnei. Kia manuina e whenanga e tau whanau, ko whakaosi mai he tau whakaakanga. Pawailahi o e te loi hawa he wahaloko.
晚上好，欢迎光临 Ormiston Senior College 颁奖演习。我们祝你们度过一个愉快的夜晚。A very warm welcome to our annual award ceremony. My name is Joshua Wayne McCarthy and I will be your MC for the evening. Before we begin the ceremony, there are a couple housekeeping matters to inform you all. In case of a fire, everyone will leave by the back doors of the auditorium and make their way to the far end of the car park. The toilets are situated off the foyer and we please ask you to turn your cell phones off. I would like to now invite our principal, Mrs. Diana Patience, up to the stage to give her address.
Tēnā tātou, nā mai haere mai, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. A very warm welcome to you all here tonight, to students and their families, to staff and board, to our invited guests, including our Flatbush 7 schools, and our guest speaker, Hotumaka. We are very pleased to have you all here tonight, participating in this evening of celebration. We are proud to share with you some of the successes of the year, from the high number of merit and excellence endorsements in the 2018 NCA results, to the range of sports teams and cultural groups, to the strength and drive of the student leadership team. Ormiston Senior College, a school of 650 students, has established itself as a school of choice for families in this community and beyond. What is it we are known for? Our reputation for personalising learning to meet each student's needs. Our reputation for developing students who are independent and responsible for the decisions they make. Our reputation of superb staff who always go above and beyond for their students. Our reputation that students are well known and cared for here. And our reputation for caring about others in the wider community. As a school of just 9 years old, we've developed and maintained strong beliefs about education and young people. And amidst the ongoing pressures of a senior college, we have been able to hold tight to our core philosophy. We are proud of this achievement. These beliefs are encapsulated in our norms, which are the basis of our awards ceremony here tonight. To the highlights of 2019, to which I would immediately go to the Maori proverb, which asks what is the most important of all. And as you know the answer, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. It is the people, it is the people, it is the people. It is you, the staff and students, who continually surprise, delight, amaze and astound me. Your ideas, your suggestions, your drive, your solutions and your dedication leave me feeling very humbled and privileged to be part of this college. From the response to the Christchurch mosque attacks, where there was an outpouring of love for our Muslim students and staff, to the record donations at Blood Bank, to the visits to the Refugee Centre, to the donations of Christmas boxes through our Interact Club. It's not just the academic successes that are important. It's the character qualities that are being developed in these vital teenage years. Tolerance, acceptance, inclusivity, love and compassion. This generosity of spirit is something that makes the world a better place. This is what I have seen at Ormiston in 2019. So what else has been evident? Sports teams, clubs, annual events such as Oceania, Careers, International Week, Open Evening, Talent Quest, Market Days, the Technology and Arts Showcase, and other events have continued to grow and blossom. We've replaced Spirit Day with Spirit Week. We've added a Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year award to our Sports Awards evening, and acknowledged Katrina Mohammed and Josh Wayne McCarthy as the inaugural recipients. They've both played key roles in developing and leading sports teams at Ormiston, and well deserve these awards. We've been one of the first schools in New Zealand to remove NCA Level 1, and instead have enabled students to begin a 2-year pathway to gain Level 2, That's why our Year 11s aren't here tonight. They'll have their own awards ceremony in December. It's interesting that a number of secondary schools are following suit next year and removing the NCA Level 1 step. They're asking us how our year has been structured and what our evaluation of the changes. What we are seeing is engaged students enjoying their learning without the continual pressure of assessment. The students themselves are positive about the wide choice of subjects and the opportunity they have to be creative and collaborative. In English, for example, in the first semester, students worked in groups to come up with a solution to a community issue. And in the second semester, they've collaborated to write anthologies of short stories, which they are now filming. The constraints of Level 1 would not have allowed this approach to learning. Students have some assessment, but not the continual drive to get to 80 credits, which can so often take the focus off learning. The proof, of course, will be in the results at the end of next year with our Level 2 results. In Years 12 and 13, more than 50 students have had the opportunity of work experience through the Gateway program. Other students have attended trade courses at MIT, and others have had a taster of a career through our STAR program. Our first year of offering a general science course to Level 3 has been popular, with almost 30 electing to take this new course. Next year, we are adding a police course to the Year 13 choices and financial literacy to Years 12 and 13. Health is also being introduced. Each year, as the school grows, we're looking to be responsive to the needs of our students. The international department is growing, and we're becoming a sought-after school by Southeast Asian countries as well as Japan and Korea. We've begun to look at ways to focus on well-being, both physical and mental, and to encourage our students to look after themselves and to look out for each other. Earlier in the year, we were privileged to have Mike King come to speak to us all. As well as our busy counsellor, we have a nurse on staff now, all building part of a thriving community. The school is in a healthy position, but we must never become complacent. We're continually reflecting and evaluating how we can improve teaching and learning and prospects for all our students. We want to thank particularly those staff who are leaving us, Mr. Chandakay, Mrs. Sneddon, Mrs. Nisbet and Ms. Batoe, for all they have given OSC. Mrs. Nisbet right from the start as our foundation librarian. To all of you who are leaving, we wish you well as you take on new challenges. We know that wherever you are, you will be making a difference to those you work with. Now a word for you students who are leaving us. 12 or 13 years of schooling coming to an end. It's a strange feeling, an exciting one, a scary one. I want to talk to you for a moment about the future. Do you think the world is getting better or worse? There are so many negative predictions for the world that it's easy to become discouraged and anxious. Climate change, pollution of our air and sea, human greed and exploitation. We are bombarded with stories every day that could make us want to give up. But I would like to add another dimension to this. I'm not saying these issues aren't real, but that I believe as a human race, we can and are finding solutions to these pressing issues. Look at the mobilisation of teenagers around the world, led by Greta Thunberg, making sure the older generation takes climate change and resource depletion seriously. And consider some of the projects already in place. Electric vehicles are taking off. New Zealand is in the forefront of exploring alternatives to plastic, with bark, kiwi fruit skins, bamboo and corn husks some of the solutions. Work is beginning to clean up the huge island of plastic in the Pacific. Did you know that in 12 hours in July this year, more than 350 million trees were planted in Ethiopia and 220 million planted in India in a day? The circular economy, where resources are recycled and there are no net losses to the earth, is one of the new buzzwords, and we've got New Zealand scientists taking part in that. There are scientific, medical and technological breakthroughs every week. The air of apathy and complacency is lifting. The attitude that the earth will never run out of resources is over. A new age of discovery is underway, discoveries to save and sustain the planet for future generations. What I am saying is that the indomitability of the human spirit can give us hope. Hope is the belief in things that aren't seen yet. Humans will not give up. Think of Maya Angelou's poem Against Oppression, Still I Rise. Whatever is done to me, she said, I will not be crushed. That's what indomitability is. History has revealed this on countless occasions. Where there are problems, we look for answers. It is times of greatest hardships and trials that the greatest inventions come. There are solutions to the world's problems, and it is us, and in particular you, the next generation of adults, who will be the solution. Your generation is passionate about the world in a way we haven't seen for decades. There's growing social awareness amongst you that is really heartening. People as young as 18 stood for the recent local body elections. Here at school, a number of you have volunteered to be part of the neighbourhood support groups and the Howick Youth Council. You are ready to make a positive difference. So I'd say to you, when you are confronted with messages of doom and gloom about the future, when you are told the problems of the world are getting worse, I challenge you to consider an alternative viewpoint. A viewpoint of hope, a viewpoint of action and commitment to making this world a better place. Not all of you will be scientists or inventors, but you can all play your part by the decisions you make every day, by choices about what you buy, where you live, how you live, and what you care about. Put energy into solutions. Target people who want to find answers, not problems. Choose friends who are solution-focused. Find organisations to join that are doing something worthwhile you can contribute to in the social, charitable, political, environmental fields. Connect with others who want to make a difference. Choose to get involved and not stand back. You are fine young men and women, equipped and ready with skills, knowledge and dispositions in your kete. We wish you a life ahead that is fulfilling, challenging, rich and positive. It has been a privilege to be part of your lives over the last 3 years, and we look forward to hearing how you are faring as you journey on from Ormiston. We, the staff, are immensely proud of you and the fine young people you have grown into. Kia kaha.
Thank you, Mrs. Patience. Our Ormiston Senior College Jazz Band will now perform. Thank you very much to our jazz band for that beautiful version of the Earth, Wind and Fire dance mix. Nandini Singh will now introduce our guest speaker.
From fleeing the Sierra Leone Civil War to battling with the condition of sickle cell anemia, our guest speaker has had a challenging yet inspiring life. Finding a home in New Zealand as a refugee has motivated her to take those experiences and become a voice, inspiring the migrants and refugees living here to fit into our society. She used this passion to ignite a program in AUT to inspire young women to build confidence in the workplace. Her dedication and significant work she has done as an activist has led her to win a plethora of accolades. This includes winning the prestigious Young Woman in Youth Global Affairs Award in 2011 and representing New Zealand in the 3360 Young Leaders Program in Scotland. I could go on to list the amazing accomplishments she has done, but I will hand it over to her. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to our guest speaker of the night, Fatimata Park.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم malolele talopalava ni hao namaste annyeonghaseyo kia ora. Ko dolagawi, ko te gadapundugul, tuku iwi, ko fulani, tuku hapu, ko mangere, tuku maunga, ko puuniwi reserve, tuku awa, ko haja aista, tuku mama, ko alaji kaba, tuku papa, ko Fatimata, aho, tena koutou, tena koutou, tena koutou katoa. I would first and foremost like to thank your principal and deputy principal, Mrs. Patience and Mrs. Moss, for the invitation and opportunity to be here with you today to share my story, but most importantly, to celebrate the Year 13 students on this joyous occasion. And it is an absolute privilege to share in your final moments and celebrate the past 3 years. I'd also like to thank Nandini for that beautiful introduction. So I guess just to share the beginnings of my story. My story begins in one of the most holiest cities in the world, in Makkah, Saudi Arabia, where I was born. My father was studying at the time, and so when I was 2 years old, and my dad had finished studying, we had decided to go back home. And home for me, apart from New Zealand, is Sierra Leone, West Africa. However, we did not stay very long, unfortunately. Due to the rising tensions between the rebel forces and the government, and with the support from armed forces in Liberia, in neighboring Liberia, who wanted to overthrow the government, my parents decided that it was not safe. And I was fortunate that my parents decided to act quickly. They did not wait for the government to appease the demands of the rebels. They did not wait for the calm and peace that was promised and dreamt about. My parents realized that the only hope was to leave what they knew behind, and that they could not raise their daughters in a corrupt, fragile environment where gunshots could be heard from the backyard and children were being taken from the front steps of their homes to join the rebel forces as child soldiers. So we were quite fortunate that New Zealand was accepting refugees at that time. And so in 1996, my family and I arrived to New Zealand as refugees. So a part of the process of coming to New Zealand as refugees is a mandatory health check. And so that picked up that my elder sister and I have sickle cell anemia, which is a genetic blood condition where our red blood cells are in a shape of a crescent or a sickle. So as you can see there on the left is my red blood cell compared to a normal red blood cell. And I think it's safe to say that I've had my few shares of obstacles in life because of sickle cell. I remember having a relatively healthy childhood. Primary school was great until about year 6 when I started to get really sick. And so because of sickle cell and the numerous hospitalizations and impact that was being on my body, in 2009 I had both of my spleen and gallbladder removed within a month of each other. And it was also the first year that I was doing NCEA level 1, which was difficult because I missed a full term of school. But with the amazing support from my teachers and love from my friends and family, I still managed to pass NCEA level 1 endorsed with merit. And there's an African proverb that states it takes a village to raise a child. And I think maybe some of the year 13s can relate, but for me personally, these words cannot be more true, because I know that I stand where I am today through all of the hardships that I have gone through, because of the amazing individuals that I have had in my life who did not give up on me, who made me believe that I do have the hope, as Mrs. Patient said, to continue and to make the best out of the lemons that life had given me. And so I want to share a few tips with you guys today. And that first tip is the power of your story. As you guys continue on your long journey of education, unfortunately this is not the end. For many of you, you will be going on to university, for others into trade, but you never stop learning as long as you're living. And we know that we have labels that are placed upon us by society. Labels that at times may seem difficult to remove, to not live up to. But the power of your story is that it is your own to decide. And so you can take the negative labels that society has placed upon you and show them what you're really, or who you really are as an individual. Only you give permission to other people to place labels upon you. And labels might mean one thing to one person, but at the end of the day, that is what you make of it. And so the power of your story will help you get through the difficult times. And coming off from that advice is reclaim your narrative. And so for some of us, as I was saying with labels, society has put us in certain boxes and told us that we can't do certain things. But it is up to you to reclaim that narrative and to be who you really want to be. And for me, that journey was taking the the term refugee, which a lot of young, and I'm a former refugee, but I proudly use the label of refugee, because to me that word is a symbol of resilience. It is a symbol of hope. It is a symbol of continuing on the dreams of mothers, aunts, uncles, who did not have the opportunity that I did. And so we might, some of us, have to reclaim the negative narratives that have been placed upon us. And going back to the quote that it takes a village to raise a child, the next step is to acknowledge your village. And I know that today the Year 13s are grateful to their teachers, to their parents, for helping them through very difficult times, and hopefully your support network will be there for you as you continue in whatever path you choose after today. But acknowledging your village allows them to support you more. And that support is something that you can take and give back to your people, to your community, and to your loved ones. I was fortunate to have the opportunity to recently complete an internship at the United Nations in New York. And for me, it was a really great moment to take a moment to reflect and develop your self-awareness, which is the next tip. And so after being in the big city of New York for I think maybe a few weeks, I got over it. I was in little old New Zealand for so long, and I yearned to see the big world. But in reflection, in reflection of the busy, crazy 3 months that I had, which included interning at the Executive Office of the Secretary General, and helping with the 74th General Assembly, which included 90 heads of states and so many police, but also really cute police dogs, a part of the canine unit, which was awesome. But yeah, this opportunity made me reflect and grow self-aware that even though the world is big and there are so many opportunities out there, we really have it good here in New Zealand. Every one of us are privileged to live in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And so I hope you dream big, that you have the opportunity to travel and see the countries that you want to, but I'm sure you will always remember home. And for me, that trip also made me realize that my passion is in continuing to help young women, to provide a strong network to young women like I have been privileged to have. Because like I said before, I am where I am today because of the amazing individuals and support network that I have had. So Mana Wahine is a project that I have started at AUT that Nandina referred to at the beginning. And I hope to maybe even here at Ormiston College start a group in the near future. So whatever your passion is, I would recommend that outside of studying, outside of the hectic work life that you have, that you make sure that you have time for it, because that will get you through. Which brings me on to the second to last point. Know your why. Because without purpose, there is nothing. And I know that as Year 13, you guys are probably under a little bit of pressure to know what you want to do. And it's okay if you don't know what to do. Because the reality is you won't be in the same career path for more than 2 years, according to statistics. You will change your degrees maybe 2 or 3 times, and you will definitely change your jobs and career industries at least twice. And that is the future, forever changing and evolving, being forward, never remaining static or the same. Which brings me to my last point. Be authentic. Be you. And the greatest advice that I was given during a leadership program was to never leave your culture at the door. And your culture enriches the organization, the community, the individuals and groups around you. And it is your power. It is a part of your narrative. Or maybe you need to reclaim that narrative. But being authentic and staying true to yourself will help you keep anchored and centered in a world and society where we don't know facts from fiction. And so to wrap up, my 5 lessons, or wero, and challenge to you, is to acknowledge the power of your story, reclaim your narrative, acknowledge your village, take a moment to reflect, know your why, be authentic, and be you. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hart, for the inspirational presentation and reminding us that our authentic differences are our strength. We appreciate you sharing your unique experiences with us. I have a small token of appreciation here for you. Please accept it with our sincere thanks. We are now moving on to our awards. Could Mr. Bodding please come up onto the stage and introduce our first set of awards, which are all based on our 8 norms.
Good evening. Our award ceremony is based on our 8 norms, which we use every day to define our learning and behaviour. These norms represent the following qualities: resilience, creativity, building strong relationships, critical curiosity, making connections with the wider world, growing as a learner, being a contributing member of our community, and valuing culture and the environment. Each of these norms is represented by a New Zealand icon, as you will see as we present them. Each award recognises a different way of excelling as a student at Ormiston Senior College. The second category of awards is for those students who have, over a period of at least 2 years, shown sustained and exceptional evidence of each of our norms. These are our Painamu Awards. In addition, we have one permanent award, which we have named after our artwork hanging in the cafe. The premier award is the Wakahui o Whakatupuranga, which will be presented right at the end of our ceremony tonight. The award winners will receive a specially designed badge with the icon of the norm and a certificate. The Pounamu winners will receive a Pounamu pendant mounted on recycled rimu, which has been handcrafted by our technology teachers. Our first award of the evening is for Harakiki, and I would like to ask our Assistant Principal, Mr. Jeff Greenwood, to present these awards. Harakiki. This award is given to students who have been exceptional in supporting the learning of fellow students in several different areas of school life. This year's recipients of the Harakeke Awards are Kushika Kathurio, Michael Ng, Campbell Strong, and Malabashidi. And Harakeke Award winners. Kia, for critical curiosity. This award is given to the students who actively seek out learning opportunities beyond the required NCA framework and beyond the school to extend their own learning. This year we have 2 recipients, and they are Ashley Farley and James Whelan. Kia Award winners. I'd now like to ask our Assistant Principal, Mr. Chris Wall, to present the following awards. Mokoroa, for exceptional growth as a learner. These awards are given to students who have demonstrated exceptional growth as learners through their ability to be reflective and responsive to their learning at the school. These students have each been nominated by at least 3 teachers. Teachers have identified in these students both the growth in confidence and the growth in achievement throughout the year. This year's recipients are Caleb Chan, Loveling Kaur, Amisha Singh, Anuraj Singh Kungar, Jeet Singh, and Evan Strider. Growth in some of these students is absolutely amazing. They have gone from achieved level to merit or excellence level, a lot of them in the 1 year for 2019. It's been quite exceptional. Mokoroa Award. Tuanuku, for leadership in culture and the environment. This year's recipients have made great contributions to the development of their culture and to our environment in their time at Ormiston Senior College. This year's winners are Yana Yu, and Guling Ka. I would now like to ask Mr. Mark Snow, our Assistant Principal, to join the stage to present you. Pukiko, for creativity and to an industry standard. This award is given to students who have produced a piece of work that is an industry standard, that is innovative and exceptional. To gain this award, you have to have acknowledgement from an external source, which means that somebody in the industry must have said that your piece of work is at industry standard. The recipients of this award this year are Zala Muhammad for her Hajibati project, Matthew Fa'atoa, Jimmy Ho, Bridget Maraji, Pankaj Rawat, Krishan Reddy and Malad Bashidi for Atafai, Alexis Dela Cruz and Sandy Lamb for the illustrations of Atafai's book, and Bailey Williams for his industry-level rap composition. Zilla was also third in the Young Enterprise Regional Finals for her project, and the Atafai group were second for their children's book. We'll be seeing some of Bailey's work later. Punga Werewere for making connections with the wider world. This recipient's outstanding ongoing Science Crest project reflects our Punga Werewere Award, which is given to students who have been exceptional in learning beyond the school environment. This year's winner is Ali Pham. Just coming down from the back. Could I please ask Assistant Principal Ms. Erica Jenkins to come on stage to present the next award. Walker for exceptional school involvement. This award is given to students who have been exceptional in their service to the college in keeping with the vision and values of the school. This year's recipients are Leah Arroyo, Joachim Orr, Solana Carpenter, Cameron Chidi, Bonnie Huang, John Bilal, Wendy Liu, Akira Maharaj, Leon Bukhurst, Joanne Ting, and Tommy Tran. One of the most exceptional things about this group of students is that the majority of them are Year 12. Ladies and gentlemen, our Walker Award winners.
Thank you, Mr. Body. Our next musical performance is by The Undecided. They have decided to perform their own original song.
coming up ahead. Life can bring you down. What you used to dream always be reality. It will give you sleepless nights. It's not so life is supposed to be. No matter how hard, just give it a try. It'll take some time, we'll just go by. All we need is just to don't give up. Yeah, yeah. Life can bring you up. Smile like you don't care from the memories to share. Life can make you strong. Just keep on moving on. Time may pass, just take a rest for a while. 'Cause tomorrow's gonna be on you alone. No matter how hard, just give it a try. It'll take some time, we'll just go by. All we need is just to don't give up. Oh baby, baby, just don't stop believing. Oh baby, baby, hold on and keep smiling. Oh baby, baby, don't stop and keep moving on. Oh baby, baby, your lights may be passing. Oh baby, thanks to the days or it keep going. Oh baby, baby, just go and be it. Just give it a try. It'll take some time, we'll just go by. All we need is just to don't give up. Yeah, no matter how hard, just don't let go. Just take it slow, but never stop. All we need is just to don't give up. Yeah, yeah. Don't give up. Yeah, yeah. Don't give up.
Thank you, Jade, Dylan, Simone, Chloe, Fiona, and Justin. That was great. Mrs. Moss will now introduce our Katia Awards for academic, sporting, and debating excellence.
As Tim Botting earlier said, the second part are the major awards, where they each get a Panama pendant. This award is given to students who have demonstrated the ability to strive for and achieve excellence. We have students gaining KKT awards for academic excellence, debating excellence, and sporting excellence. We'll start with sporting excellence. These sportsmen and women have all represented Auckland at national tournaments in age group and red teams. The recipients this year are Wonjay Hill, Duncan Lane, Devin Murdoch, Stephen O, Manraj Singh, and Josh Wayne McCarthy. That's our sports week. Karikatea for debating excellence. This exceptional team reached the final of the Senior Open Debating for all of Auckland. And these three were placed first, second and third best speakers in all of Auckland. For the whole region, wider Auckland. Ryan Iglesias, Sulana Carpenter and Akira Maharaj. Karikatea for academic excellence. NCA results published by 30 October have been aggregated and converted to a percentile rank for these students. The recipients who have already achieved NCA level 2 or 3 with excellence, or they're tracking towards that with an excellence achievement rate of at least 85%. In Year 12, Leah Arroyo, Sulana Carpenter, Simone Chan, Cameron Chetty, Joshua Christmas, Eugene Chua, Gautam Gunashalian, Ryan Iglesias, Ariel Kim, Duncan Lane, Wendy Liu, Ruth Bignala Kaleni, Caitlin Pillay, Naren Rowan, Amisha Singh, Manpreet Singh. Ryan there in the middle has actually already achieved NCA level 3 as the advanced student, so he's off to university. Well done, Joe. You're top. That's been our largest group yet. In Year 13, Zuha Chima, Sunali Priyansha, Jeet Singh, Hannah Solomons, Kevin Wang, and Bill Wong.
Thank you, Mrs. Moss. Our very own rapper in residence, Bailey Williams, will now perform a cover of Tokens' House of Anthem.
Hello everybody, my name is Bailey Williams and I'll give about my rapper name Legacy, but here's a cover for all of you. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you're enjoying your night. Yeah.
Can't go to my house cause I wanna be a household name. Only relax when I'm back in the plane. Stupid, this is like a new mom. Daddy like the pilot, I don't see him anyway. Household name, baby, who am I to complain? Don't know who I am, but I still find a way. Little bit of fame that can make me go insane, but I still want the whole so bang, bang. I don't believe in love if it ain't never go through pain. The color is only pretty if it really leave a stain. I'm rich where she love me, I'm tight, she pull my chain. So if I can't breathe, I'm doing the right thing. Dang, give it up to you until I'm drained. I don't know what else is coming, but I like to overcame. But everybody around me doesn't know my real name, but they wanna make me a household name. Household name, mommy just called, but I let that rain. Tell her I'm busy, I'm doing my thing. Losing myself, losing my ways for the household name. What he do, where'd he go? I don't know, everywhere around the globe for the household name. What he do, where'd he go? I don't know, everywhere around the globe for the household name. Household name, mommy just called, but I let that rain. Tell her I'm busy, I'm doing my thing. Losing myself, losing my ways for the household name. What he do, where'd he go? I don't know, everywhere around the globe for the household name. What he do, where'd he go? I don't know, everywhere around the globe for the household. The prodigy, I'm motivated properly to grow and make a following. I cultivate the property, I'm overpaid entirely. I'm holding a monopoly, my flows away up honesty. My throwaways and quality, I'm known to make a colony. The golden age of prophecy, but don't parade with modesty. It's overrated honest. Know my name, but not the meaning. Tokens in your novel. I don't relate to y'all, I mean you owe me an apology. Got him, I'm the one who got him. Stop him, playing pasta, then he played the possum. Play the pasta eater with my penny a la vodka. Shot him, put him in the coffin. Got him, spit at you like a llama. Assalamu alaikum, then I lick him, drop him in the water. Holla, back to my squad, I'm back. This is what y'all don't have. Still unsigned, but I might not last. I know fans don't wanna hear that. Lawyer said it's too good to pass. Cost $30,000 for him to say that. Facts. They say I'm too heavy with the brags. Better than a brag if I don't think it's cool. Really, I think it's a problem. Shot him, I'm the one who got him. Walk him out and now he got it. Now we started like he got it, man. He's shaking like he's hollering, man. Look at the way I float like water. Make it go way below Davy Jones locker. Lock him, Tommy got to follow me. I'm not really a prodigy. My manager is calling me, but he don't know what honestly. I don't know what I want to be. Ironically, like all the people want for me is probably the one to be a mother. Household name, mommy just called, but I let that rain. Tell her I'm busy, I'm doing my thing. Losing myself, losing my ways for the household name. What he do, where'd he go? I don't know, everywhere around the globe for the household name. What he do, where'd he go? I don't know, everywhere around the globe for the household name. Household name, mommy just called, but I let that rain. Tell her I'm busy, I'm doing my thing. Losing myself, losing my ways for the household name. What he do, where'd he go? I don't know, everywhere around the globe for the household name. What he do, where'd he go? I don't know, everywhere around the globe for the household name. Thank you.
Thank you, Bailey. That was a remarkable performance. For real. This year, Ormiston students and staff gained awards beyond the school. I would like to now ask Mrs. Patience to present these.
Well, Bailey, it's a very hard act to follow. I won't try. Very pleased to be able to have some guest people from universities, so MIT and Auckland University here, to present some awards tonight. So I'd first like to ask Sage Smith from MIT to present the MIT Partnership School Scholarship. I'd like to come up on stage. The scholarship goes to Victoria Halalai. MIT Partnership Scholarship is each year awarded to a student who has identified MIT as their preferred tertiary institution for further study after leaving Ormiston. The student is nominated by the school on the characteristics such as diligence, attendance, attitude and effort towards learning. Victoria is a fine recipient. She intends to study early childhood education at MIT next year. Congratulations. Wow. The next recipient also has no idea that they are receiving this award. The next award is a new award, the Prime Minister's Vocational Excellence Award. And the winner of this award is Evan Stryden. Award recognises the achievement of students excelling in vocational education. Evan, and he doesn't know this either, receives $2,000. Evan has spent 1 day or 2 days a week at MIT studying automotive engineering, and it is through this work that he has got the Prime Minister's Vocational Excellence Award, and in there is a letter from the Prime Minister and signed by her. Two of our Year 13 students have been awarded prestigious PricewaterhouseCoopers scholarships, which provide both monetary support and mentoring. And we'd like to recognise these two girls, Nandini Singh and Azala Mohammed, to come up on stage to receive certificates. A very special staff award, and I'd like to invite Dr. Tanya Evans from the University of Auckland to present the Kelman Mathematics Award to Mrs. Liz Sneddon and Mrs. Sneddon. John Kelman Trust Prize is awarded by the Mathematics Unit, Education Unit at the University of Auckland to acknowledge the amazing work being done by secondary school mathematics and statistics teachers in the Auckland region. This year, one of the 4 recipients in Auckland is Mrs. Sneddon. The award includes $5,000 and Mrs. Sneddon will be invited to spend a day at the Department of Mathematics at Auckland Uni early next year with a group of her students. So well done.
This brings us to the Paunomu category of awards. Mrs. Moss, Mr. Bodding, and then Mrs. Patience will explain and present the Paunomu awards.
Our remaining Paunomu awards are for sustained growth and contribution over a period of at least 2 years. For the Paunomu awards, the 8 norms are grouped into 3 categories: growth, discovery, and citizenship. We start with the Paunomu for growth. This award includes our Kaikatia and Makaroa norms, which exemplify sustained perseverance, determination, and growth. The first recipient is Siobhan Abbott. Siobhan has taken on the role of student leader in the deaf provision this year. She helps teachers in organising lunchtime activities, end-of-year trips, encourages positive behaviour on the KDEC minibuses, checks students are all included, and supports staff with their provision responsibilities. Siobhan also stepped into the MC role for the Kelston Deaf Education Speech Competition that was held here at our school earlier this year. Siobhan has grown in confidence around the school and has contributed to the school by leading tours and contributing in our school-wide spirit activities. Next, Zuha Chima. Zuha, I'll read it as they're walking to the stage. Zuha shows a sustained determination to not just succeed, but extend herself consistently. From achieving 2/3 of all NCA credits with excellence in year 12 and 13, year 11 and 12, sorry, to achieving 100% excellence this year. Zuha has grown significantly as a leader, as part of the teams who organised events such as the Oceania Evening, Sports Awards Evening, and also the Talent Quest. Zuha balances her leadership and academic portfolios with other activities such as the very successful Bangara Cultural Dance Group. Congratulations. Hujat Mazai. Hujat's growth as a learner has been extraordinary. Starting school as a new student from Afghanistan in 2017, he initially struggled with the challenges of speaking and writing in a new language. In his first months at Ormiston, he was tentative and lacked the confidence to communicate. Look at him now. Not only has Hujat grown in confidence and self-belief, he's also demonstrated a determined desire to learn. In 2019, he took level 3 economics and business studies for the first time, passing all his internals in economics and contributing strongly to the success of his young enterprise group. Well done. Christian Reddy. Christian has demonstrated exceptional growth throughout his time at Ormiston. He arrived from Fiji in 2018 and by the end of the year had achieved 29 excellence credits. His leadership strength grew through his role as captain of the first 11 boys football team. Christian's calm, positive and reflective leadership style led to him taking on a mentor role within the team. His management of the team both on and off the pitch was exemplary. Christian also took the role of the governor for the Reserve Bank Monetary Policy Challenge. Under his governorship, the Ormiston Senior College team attained a merit award. Well done. The next category is the Punam Award for Discovery. This award covers our Kia, Pukeko and Whangaweriweri norms for students who have significantly extended the scope of their learning or creative endeavours beyond the school. The first recipient, Brendan Hua. Apart from his commitment to service and school activities over the last 3 years, such as the Science Club, the Interact Club, and as student rep on the Board of Trustees, Brendan has taken the initiative to extend his leadership and pathway options beyond the school. He participated in the Rotary National Science and Technology Forum at Auckland University during the school holidays, as well as embarking on the challenging Spirit of Adventure voyage. Well done. Sandy Lamb. Sandy has shown both a creative and inquiring eye in both music and the visual arts. She has experienced great success in design over 3 years and has produced some fantastic work. Sandy has also played keyboard in different bands, experiencing regional success at Smoke Free Rock West on multiple occasions. She's also played clarinet in the OSC Jazz Band after only starting to learn that in Year 11. Well done. Nandini Singh. Involvement in Interact has led to Nandini being awarded the Buckland Beach Lions Young Ambassador Award for 2019. She is an active member of the United Nations Youth Council and was selected to attend the Global Model United Nations Conference held at Harvard University. On her return, she has mentored other UN youth members. This conference also gave Nandini a global platform to showcase her debating and public speaking skills. Her enthusiasm and passion for civics, education and political science saw her selected to the Model Parliament Conference in Christchurch. Hannah Solomons. Hannah has performed at every opportunity presented at the school, both as a singer, a dancer and an actress. She has represented the school in Rock West all 3 years, playing a major role in the bands that she has been in. Hannah has also taken on the role of MC at several events, including the recent Technology and Performing Arts evening. She's been selected to take part in a professional level performance with Massive Company at the Auckland Arts Festival for 2020, where alongside 2 other Ormiston students, she will be performing with students from several other schools in a performance that will be devised completely from their own work. In 2018, Hannah earned national certificates in dance, music and drama, which also contributed to a national certificate in Performing Arts General Level 2. Congratulations. Justin Yun. Justin has been a regular fixture in the OSC, that's Ormiston, music department for the last 3 years. He has been involved in many groups, experiencing regional success at the Smoke Free Rock West on multiple occasions. He's also been the drummer for the jazz band and is always there to put his hand up to play with and help out younger bands in the school, band members in the school. His approach to songwriting is both creative and inquisitive, and he has contributed to some great songs over the years. Congratulations.
Paenama Awards for Citizenship. This award covers our Waka, Harakiki and Papatūānuku awards for sustained contribution, leadership and service, to keep with the vision and value of the school. The recipients this week here are Asma Asba. Asma's contribution to OSC has been significant. Amongst leadership activities, that she has been involved in our Interact Club, Oceania and Careers Evening, the Sports Coordinator Team, the Student Leadership Team, sports teams, Duke Venerable Awards, and these demonstrate the significant time and dedication that Asmar puts into her years at school. It is her contribution to the Refugee Week and the visit to the Refugee Resettlement Centre that will leave a mark as the outstanding leadership qualities that Asmar has. Zuha Chima. Over the 3 years Zuha has been at the college, she has demonstrated a willingness to share her talents and is always generous with her time to the improvement of her community. Zuha has balanced the rigorous academic program with being a key participant in the Interact Club, the Enviro Club, the Sports Coordinator Team, organised lunch activities, the blood drive, the Leaders Brunch and the Ball Committee. She has played netball and volleyball in year 11 and 12 as well. Brendan Hua. For 3 years, Brendan has provided exemplary service to the college and his peers across a broad range of areas. As a student leader for 2 years, he contributed sustainably to the success of the Science Club, the School Ball, the Interact Club, and as part of the East Auckland School Leadership Initiative. Brendan took a lead role in International Week, in particular organising the very successful International Evening. No task is too big for Brendan, and he been a real asset to the school community. Katrina Muhammad. Katrina's contribution to the school for the citizenship norms is significant. As a student leader for 2 years, Katrina was active in a very wide variety of groups. She was an integral part of the sporting and cultural life of the school, with her involvement in groups like the Sports Coordinator Team, Oceania Evening and International Week. Katrina has made lasting contributions to the netball and volleyball teams, and her leadership at the Sports Awards Evening was significant. Her commitment to the community beyond the school was noted in her involvement in the Refugee Week and the visits to the Refugee Resettlement Centre. Yuvraj Shandhu. Yuvraj is the recipient of this award as a recognition of his contributions to the school under the Waka, Harakiki and Papatunuku norms. As a student leader, Yuvraj was an active member in a number of groups in the school, being a part of the Caring for Others student leadership group. He played a significant role in the organisation of Refugee Week, as well as the communication and planning of the Māori Refugee Resettlement Centre visits. He was also very involved in the organisation of International Week, Sports Awards Evening and other events. Through his wide range of involvement, Yuvraj has grown as an individual and has contributed significantly to the growth of his peers by being a supportive and visible leader. Nandini Singh. Nandini has demonstrated outstanding service and leadership to the college. She successfully led the organisation and implementation of the International Week. She also played an integral role in setting up the Refugee Week. Nandini is the president of the school's Interact Club, in which she has led initiatives and raised funds for child fund across organisations in Africa and for the homeless in our local community. This role has enabled her to lead the team by being a supportive, guiding and mentoring of all of her peers. Nandini has also used the expertise and guidance to support business students in organising a market day. Josh Wang McCarthy. Josh has made a substantial contribution to the sports at Ormiston Senior College. He also worked hard for 3 years to raise the profile and standard of basketball, turbo touch and badminton. For the past 2 years, this has included a coaching role where he has contributed, which has allowed those teams to be involved because they had absence of an adult coach. He has also captained the basketball team for the past 2 years. He is always willing to lend a hand and help out, and this year he has been the fitness coach for the badminton team. Josh is always pushing himself to achieve higher goals and has made a positive impact on the teams that he has been involved in. He has not only represented the school, but he has also performed well in a number of regional representative teams. Bill Wong. Bill is always willing to help others with their learning. As an academic mentor, he is compassionate and able to explain academic concepts clearly and precisely. As a reliable student leader, Bill organised training for himself and others to run the sound and lighting of the cultural festival evening. Bill has contributed to the managing of the science club, and as a peer tutor, Bill has helped students one-on-one with sessions. Bill has played for the school and badminton team for 3 years, and this year he became the team captain. Bill has also contributed to the smooth running of events within the school, such as the ball and the international week.
Congratulations to all the award winners tonight. Our final musical performance tonight is another original composition by the Sandy and the Nevers.
Like this.
Just young, dirty.
you very much. Great. We'll move on to two special awards tonight. The Mana Māori and Tau Pacifica. Two very special awards have become part of our ceremony. We're pleased to acknowledge and celebrate the contribution of our Year 13 students to the development and representation of Māori Pacifica cultures within New Zealand. Our Mana Māori Award. We are very pleased to announce the winner of the Mana Māori Award as Kanan. So Kanan has raised the profile of Māori culture throughout his time here at Ormiston. He's participated in the Oceania Festival, assuming a significant leadership role in the Māori roll pool in preparation for the final performance. In this group, he provided leadership for several of the students from our two junior colleges, encouraging them and leading them with mana. Kanan has also been a strong contributor to our first 15, where he was part of the player leadership team this year, demonstrating the level of respect that he has earned from his fellow players and the coaching staff. Kanan has also represented the school in Repa Rugby and Turbo Touch. As part of the Sports Council, Kanan has helped organise the growth of sport within the college and was MC at our recent Sports Awards evening. Kanan has led in all of these opportunities, displaying the qualities worthy of the Mana Māori recipient. Well done. Now to our Tau Pacifica. We are pleased to announce the winner of the Tau Pacifica for 2019 is Liana. Liana receives the award because she's a positive role model for all Pacifica students. As a student leader this year, Liana was the driving force behind the Oceania evening, not only organising but also participating in the performances. Liana has been a willing and visible supporter of the Pacifica initiatives at school. She's attended the Year 13 pilot seminar and has been an active participant in the Pacific Language Weeks. Liana has also been part of a Korean K-pop group. Liana's gateway programs over the last 2 years have led her to pursue a career in travel and tourism through MIT next year. And in her LA group, Liana has contributed with a great sense of humour and been a role model and a mentor to other students with her excellent planning and goal setting each week. She's a very worthy recipient.
Come
Thank you very much, Mr. Rapaka and the Marcus Group. We now move on to the Flatbush Tertiary Scholarship. The 7 Flatbush schools are pleased to once again award the annual scholarship to a student who is graduating from Ormiston Senior College after attending 3 Flatbush schools over their schooling years. The schools are Stock Oaks, Mission Heights Primary, Mission Heights Junior College, Ormiston Primary, Ormiston Junior College and Senior, and our newest school on the block, Te Uhu o Tinikau. The scholarship is for tertiary study and is for $6,000. Each school has contributed to the scholarship fund. We had 7 applicants this year, and the decision was extremely challenging, and one that involved the school and all the schools that the students had attended. We are very pleased to announce the winner of the 2019 Flatbush Tertiary Scholarship is Brendan Hua. To each school has been significant and comprehensive, and his academic progress and achievement has been sustained over a number of years. He's been a living role model of the values of the 3 schools. Brendan, we wish you all the best with your career in medicine and look forward to hearing from you in the coming years. Now I'd like to ask Mr. Jason Tuhaka to come and speak on behalf of the board. Thank you, Jason.
Tina koutou katoa. Tuatahi rā, me mihi ki te kāinga kei runga rawa, nana nei ngā mea katoa, no reira e pā, tēnā koe. Tuarua, he mihi aroha kia rātou mā, kua wheturangitia. No reira ngā mate, haere, haere, haere. Tātou ko te hunga ora, tēnā tātou katoa. A tuatoru, he mihi nui ki a koutou e te whānau, kua tae mai nei i tēnei pō ki te tautoko, ki te awhi, i o tātou tamariki mokopona. No reira nau mai, haere mai ki tēnei pō tino whakahira-hira. No reira tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Good evening, family, friends, staff, and of course, our students. I have the privilege of representing the board tonight alongside our board chair, Mrs. Shireen Chetty, who is unable to be with us tonight, Mr. John Bassano, Mr. Cliff Wadsworth, Mrs. Sybil Townsend, Mr. Keith Rushbrook, our staff rep, Mr. Vimal Singh, our student rep, Manpreet Singh, and our principal, Mrs. Diana Patience. We make up the newly elected board of trustees as of June this year. And our primary role in the school is governance, but at the core of the board is a heart for the holistic well-being of our students and staff. I want to take the opportunity to thank our teachers and our support staff for your hard work, dedication, and commitment to the success of our students. Good teachers leave lasting impressions. And so I want to thank you again for all your mahi this year. I also want to thank Mrs. Patience, and in the short time on the board, I have come to see the vastness of your role in and for the school. and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we want to present to you a small token of our appreciation for all the hard work you do in leading our school. Last but definitely not least, I want to congratulate all of our students for your achievements this year. And as you know, and we heard earlier, that this is not the end of your learning journey, but the end of one chapter and the dawn of another one. And there's a traditional saying within Te Ao Māori that says, "Mā te huru huru, ka rere te manu," which literally means, with feathers, a bird can fly. Metaphorically, feathers are symbolic of the learning we attain in life, whether it be at home, in class, amongst your friends, or on the sports field. And whether or not you grace the stage tonight, doesn't matter. You will all take the many lessons learned and experiences had away with you from your time here at Ormiston Senior College. So I want to encourage you all to take as much as you can from life to help you to fly through any season and in whatever conditions. And when you can, help somebody else to fly. Kia kaha, kia maia, kia manawa nui. Be strong, be courageous, be unwavering as you pursue your very best in a global society. Ngā mihi nui.
Thank you, Mr. Tuhara. It's time for our final two top awards. Can our guest speaker, Ms. Barr, please join our principal, Mrs. Patience, to present the ducks.
Our final Pounamu Award is for academic excellence. Ormiston Senior College Ducks for 2019 is Suhachi. Just achieved level 1 and 2 with excellence, but is also our top academic achiever in Year 13, with 100% excellent achievement rate of all 64 credits gained so far. And now on to our final award, our preeminent award for the evening, of Wakahuia or Whakatuparanga Award. This award is for an exceptional and sustained commitment demonstrating excellence in all areas of school life. This award acknowledges the person who best exemplifies all the norms at Ormiston Senior College. This year, the award goes to Katrina Mahoney. Last year's recipients of Wakahuia to come and place the cloak on Katrina, please. And while I just read the citation. Tonight we have already heard about the contributions that Katrina has made to the college through her citizenship and contribution to a wide range of groups. In all her endeavours, Katrina has represented Ormiston Senior College with pride, being an exceptional ambassador for our school community. She's the recipient of the inaugural Sportswoman of the Year award. Her drive to grow the sporting culture at the school saw her play a key role in volleyball and netball teams for 3 years. As co-captain of the netball team this year, Katrina's contribution and leadership saw the team place second in the county's Manukau Senior A division. At the UNISA's 2019 tournament, Katrina was identified as having real talent and invited to trial for the Northern Marvels Meko team. These attributes are what make Katrina a role model for not only younger players, but all who had the privilege of working with her. It wasn't only on the sports field that Katrina made her mark. As a student leader for 2 years, she was involved in almost every event in the school. Some of the more memorable leadership roles were her involvement in the school ball, International Week, Sports Coordinator Team and the Leaders Committee. She's an active member of the Science Club, Interact Club, and her dance group, and the teams engaged going to the Refugee Centre. Academically, Katrina has maintained a high rate of success, gaining a merit endorsement at level 2 and tracking for the same for level 3. By demonstrating growth as a young adult, resilience and citizenship as a sports person, connection and strength as a school leader, Katrina embodies everything that our school norms stand for. It is with great pride and honour that we award the Wakahuia of Whakatuparanga accolade to Katrina.
That brings us to an end for our ceremony. We'd like you all to join us for a brief supper out in the cafeteria area after we have left the place. We will be standing in a second for our national anthem, and at which time, at the end of it, we'll ask all of you to leave and join us in the cafeteria. Please stand for our national anthem.